Hey everyone, how you doing? If you are new here, I'm Nicol Concilio, and welcome to the video, y'all. Oof, my voice. As most of you guys know, I have vocal nodules and scar tissue. I'm trying to nurse myself back to health, so just bear with me. I know my voice is a little bit unbearable right now. I'm sorry in advance. And if I'm talking a bit more quietly and not as like, it's because I'm honestly just trying to save this thing right here that's betraying me. You're a betrayal. Also, wanted to address the elephant in the room before I get a million comments. What's wrong with your lips? I got my lips tattooed. They are currently in the healing phase, which is why they look incredibly crusty and musty and disgusting. I want to exfoliate them so incredibly bad, but I can't. So please just bear with me on that. I know it's not a pretty thing, but once they heal, it'll be so pretty. So I'm excited for that. If you're curious about lip tattooing, I actually filmed a whole IGTV on it and it will be up on my Instagram this week. So stay tuned for that and I'll be answering all your questions there. I don't want to waste time like talking about it here on YouTube. I'd rather like talk about it where I'm going to post about it. You know what I mean? So just stay tuned for that. Also, I know I need to get my nails done. I'm just like a hot mess in this video. I'm hot messing it right now. For today's video, I really wanted to do some Valentine's Day glam. I haven't like filmed a holiday tutorial in a really long time, and I haven't actually filmed a Valentine's Day tutorial I think in like 2 years. So I really wanted to do that for you guys. If you see me apply some things to my lips, it's actually this brow eye lip professional PMU and microblading aftercare. God, it looks like ass right now. It'll heal amazing. Oh, and I also got my brows laminated. Guys, this is without any product. Can you believe it? Can you believe how good it looks? I'm like shook. I'm shook by it. I love it so much. I'm so glad I did it. But yeah, that's kind of like little life update for you guys. We also had back-to-back house guests. Like my family was here and then Riley's family was here. So that's also why there's been a little lack of videos. But your girl is back and let's get into it, shall we? I'm gonna zoom you guys on in so you can really stare at these crusty ass lips. I know you want it. You guys see the flaking? But that color in the middle is what they're gonna heal to be. So I'm excited because it's like perfect. A lot of the times, like my lips, they were starting to get like a cool tone color, which is weird. And you guys know I've had like horrible experiences with lip filler. So I'm excited to not have to deal with that anymore. Also, there's a ton of construction going on behind me. For whatever reason, they decided to redo my street, even though my street is completely fine. But first, I'm gonna start off with my brows, and I'm gonna go in with the Hourglass Arch. This is in the shade Dark Brunette, and just kind of fluff everything. Oh, and I also got a brow tint. So like I got the lamination and the brow tint. If you're interested in like the lamination process, I did post an IGTV, so go check that out. But yeah, I'm gonna leave my brows like fluffy and sparse. I love this. The whole beauty room is shaking from this construction. Okay, so I finessed the brows a little bit more off camera. I used the baby hair from Oma Beauty. What the hell shade? Shade 4. For our eyes today. I want to use a mixture of a few things, but I also really want to use the Colourpop. I think this is the All That Valentine's Day collection. I really want to use this palette and I want to do a red eyeshadow look. My friend Yolanda, actually, she's also a beauty guru. I had her on my channel as like an influencer on the rise. She was like, girl, you gotta do red. And I was like, girl, you're right. I haven't done red on my channel in forever. So I'm gonna go in with the P. Louise and Mitchell. This is Blank Canvas. Again, I'm so sorry about my voice. I'm so self-conscious about it. I hate the way it sounds. It makes me so pissed. And I also kind of use this to underline the brows, clean up the brow a little bit. And I'm using a Colourpop brush. You guys know I have my discount code with Colourpop, so if you use it, thank you in advance. I do receive a slight commission and you guys get 10% off, so it's a win-win for both of us. The first shade I want to go in with is actually this really dark shade right here. We're gonna go kind of like, you guys know that technique I really like that Mitchell does and a few other artists where they start with a darker color and then kind of like do gradient effects. So that's what we're gonna do. So going in with the shade Please Me, and there's nothing on my lids, just the P. Louise. I'm just gonna follow the shape of my eye like this, and it's gonna look messy, like it's okay. And it takes a minute for everything to kind of, damn, that's really pigmented. But what I was saying is it takes a minute for things to kind of come together. So just be patient. I'm gonna do the same thing over here. So I'm just gonna take a brush that doesn't have any product on it, and I'm going to just blur the edges a little bit to make it easier for blending later on, and you know, just kind of get it moving and grooving. I feel like this is the first time in my life that my eyelids actually aren't hella dry, so thank God for that. And same over here, just kind of lightly blending. I use super light pressure all the time, especially when working with dark colors. You want to be like hella patient, hella light pressure here. You guys, Riley and I have a date for Valentine's Day. I'm so excited. We're going to like one of our favorite restaurants, and I really can't wait. Plus, I also feel like it's been a minute since Riley and I have gone on a date together or like spent like time together, you know, just like us two. So I'm excited for that. Okay, so that's pretty good for right now. Just a little bit of like soft feathering, nothing too major. So the next shade I'm gonna go in with is Wink Wink. And it's right here. It's kind of like millennial pink. I'm gonna lightly place this down so that we can blend the two, and it'll look so nicely blended together. You see, like, these two colors are really good. They complement each other, you know, so it'll have a nice seamless blend. You guys, I'm so pissed off at Mo. He on my jacket last night. Like, who does he think he is? A king, obviously. And now we're just gonna blend the two together. I'm gonna take this Morphe M411 and just start to blend the two together and really just go in there and get this blend going. And I'm working mainly in the crease right now, and then I'll move more to the brow bone. I just want to blend the darker red with the lighter shade we have that I just applied. Doing the same thing over here. I feel like I haven't like sat down and done a technical tutorial in forever, so this is kind of fun for me. And also, if you're gonna do this look for Valentine's Day, give yourself enough time, because when you do this type of technique, you have to make sure you have enough time, because the blending will take a minute. And then now I'm gonna move to the lighter shade we just added, and you see it's kind of like coming together slowly. You just have to have patience. I don't have patience, but since this is my job, I have to have patience. And you can kind of see it's all coming together. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the same thing on the other side. And the key is to just blend and have a really soft hand and pressure while doing so. So what I actually did a little bit off camera was go back in with the darker red shade, Please Me, and just go in the crease a little bit to darken it up, you know? And I'm gonna blend out even more. Like I said, this is like a serious process. This isn't like a makeup look to do if you have like 15 minutes to get ready. This is like, okay, I'm gonna take my time and have some fun. So just take your time, and it's all about layering the colors with this one. As you can see, like, I'm pretty happy with the way this one is blended. I've just got a little bit more blending to do on this eye. Okay, so we got things looking where I want them to be. I'm gonna move on before I literally get carpal tunnel from blending. I'm gonna go in for the entire lid. We're gonna use the Haus Labs Glam Attack. This is the shade Glamour Puss. Sorry, it's a little bit hard to see on the bottom, but you know, we get it. We're working with it. And I'm just gonna apply this all over the lid. And once it dries, we're gonna do a second layer as well, because I really want this like to be hella pigmented, hella vibrant. It's all about patience, which I have zero. Just doing the same thing like this. All right, so I'm just gonna let that dry and then do another layer, but it's pretty pigmented with one layer. I just want like, bam, you know what I'm saying? And I also was thinking about putting a little bit of glitter, like uncensored, maybe like in the center. We'll see, but I really like the way this is coming out. Just gotta be patient. Okay, she is all dry, so we're gonna go ahead and do our second layer, baby. Oh yeah, there she is. There she is. Whoa! You see just a little bit more of that vibrancy. That's what I need in my life. I love these glam attacks, you guys. I highly recommend them. Gorgina! I have a problem. You know, I was gonna add some glitter, but I think that this is actually just like super pretty on its own, and I'm gonna leave it. So let's draw our winged liner. I almost should said linged liner. I have way too much energy this morning. It's probably because I went to bed at 8 o'clock. Like a grandma. So I'm gonna go ahead and clean up these edges. Actually, I need to call Riley. As most of you guys know, my beauty room is disconnected from my house. It's actually kind of like a pool room. So whenever I need things, I just call him. Do you think you could bring me in some makeup wipes? I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you, you're the best. Whatever they're doing outside is literally shaking my entire beauty room. My lights are moving. I'm so sorry. This is probably the worst day I could have picked to film. But Valentine's Day is coming, so I needed to film. For liner, we're going to go in with Haus Labs. This is their eyeliner in the shade Punk. This is one of my favorite liners out there. So now I drew my first initial line, and I'm going to drag it on in. Like so, and then just kind of fill it on in. I'm gonna go in with the new Fenty Beauty mascara. I almost just said blush. I really love this mascara. It's so good. So for lashes, I already have on the left eye. This is Baby Doll from Baddie B Lashes. They're synthetic. So I love that, and I love that it's not mink. And I'm going to apply Susie Right Eye. And the lash glue that I've been using that I really like is Velour's Lash Glue. You could tell I really like it because look at how crusty and musty the bottle is. Let it get a little tacky, but yeah, I love the way this looks. I haven't worn red on my eyes in forever. And then I'm just gonna pop this little old lashy on. Whoops, what the hell was that? Let's try one more time. There she is. Okay, moving on. I know my lips are so crusty looking, guys. I'm sorry. So I'm gonna go in with my favorite primer. This is the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. And this is a new bottle, finally. And I'm just gonna go in and prime all over, baby. I'm gonna actually get even more because I'm super dry today. I also have to be careful not to get any product on my lips. All right, we are primed to the gods. And let's see if I shade matched correctly because I finally went and got my winter shade of my favorite NARS foundation. So hopefully it's good. Think I did good? Let's pray to the makeup gods. Please make this match. So this is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear, one of my favorite foundations out there. This is in shade Vienna, which is L4.5. Because I can't get any product like on my lips, I'm gonna go in with my foundation brush rather than using the Tati. You guys know I love this. So I'm gonna put her down until my lips are healed. I actually need to wash my brushes, but I don't want to. I'm so sorry for being so annoying in this video today. I feel like this is perfect match, right? Or do you feel like it's too light for me? I can't even tell. I'm so bad with shade matching. All right, let's go in and blend this girl out. The coverage on this foundation is so good. And I feel like anytime you go on like a date night or like you're going out for an event or whatever it may be, I always really like to use full coverage stuff because I know it's not gonna move, it's gonna stay. This foundation is full coverage without being super matte and drying, you know, so it really works well with my skin. So if you're a dry gal out there, check this bitch out. So let's move on to concealer. I'm also just like dragging it down my neck and my arms since I have on a crop toppy shirt and like a half sleeve shirt, you know. So I'm gonna go in with the Colourpop Pretty Fresh Concealer, just applying like so, and then I'm gonna top it off with a little bit of a lighter shade. I do not know where I put the shade I normally use. Like I literally just saw it on this desk and now it's nowhere to be found. So that's fun. So I'm going to go in and blend out with the Tati Beauty mini blender and just blend this. And I'm going to go in with a little bit of darker contour, or darker concealer rather. Just get the sides of my cheeks here. And I'm going to use the big sponge for this from Tati Beauty and just blend upwards. I really grind my teeth a lot when I sleep. And I can tell when it's been a bad night of grinding when like my jaw and like right here is super, super sensitive or like painful. I'm like, oh yeah. Must have been grinding. Blend upwards. That's the biggest thing whenever you're using like a cream contour or a darker concealer or just powder contour. You always want to blend up to keep it from getting muddy. And then we're going to set everything with the Cover FX Perfecting Setting Powder. And I'm using my Morphe E48 brush. And I'm going to blend out any creasing that may have formed and any eye boogers that are chilling, and go in like that. And just tap. I don't bake at all like I used to. Now that I know what actually works for me, I just kind of set my face, like tap powder into it. For bronzer, I'm going to be going in with the shade Private Island from Fenty Beauty. One of my favorite bronzers. Fenty just kills it, honestly. Like, you can tell a lot of like hard work and dedication goes into the brand, and I just love that for them. And it really pays off on the products. Get that chin. Girl, I am like so puffy from a weekend of drinking. Ugh. Get that forehead. I'm going to use the same color to contour my nose. And the way I like to contour my nose is actually draw on top of my nose. A lot of people think like you contour on the sides, but that'll actually almost make your nose look bigger. So I always like to go on top of my nose. And I have this fluffy brush here that I kind of just tap and make sure that my nose is dry, you know, powder wise. And I go in and I just kind of draw on top of my nose. And I make harsh lines. Because if you sit there and blend out your nose contour, sometimes it can actually take off foundation on your nose. So I like to make the lines harsh, like it'll look like it's unblended, you know? And then I'll show you my trick to make it look good. Because like obviously this looks super unblended right now. And once you kind of got it looking harsh, like girl, this has got to be blended, I go in with a fluffy brush and kind of just tap, tap, tap. Tap away. And she's blended, you know? Next thing I'm going to add is some highlight, and going in with my favorite highlighter of all time, the Milk Makeup Flexed Highlighter in the shade Iced. Going in and get some on my nose, get some on this chin, get some up here, over here. For blush, I'm going to go in with the Bare Minerals Bounce and Blur Coral Cloud and just really get it on my cheeks here. Love a good blush. I've been using this blush for like almost a year now. I really, really like it. It's got a creamy texture to it, and I'm also gonna get some on my nose because why not? So let's finish off the lower lash. I'm gonna go in with the shade Wink Wink first. We're actually going to reverse what we did up top, and that's the lighter shade. And I'm just going to blur out and smoke out the lower lash. Same thing over here. And then go in with the shade Please Me. And I'm using the very tip of my brush and also tapping off any excess because we do have our foundation on, so we don't want anything to spill or, you know, fall out on the face. You can make the under eye as dark as you want. I'm kind of going a little bit lighter with it than in my actual crease because I want this to be a little bit more smoked out, not as like super defined. And then I'm gonna go in with Glamour Puss. I love saying that. And just kind of like get the entire lower lash like so. And then pop on some of that Fenty mascara. I'm making my lashes like extra dark looking because we're working with like darker colors. So I really want my lashes to stand out. And then I want to do an inner corner highlight because that always, I feel like, pulls the look together. For the inner corner, I'm going to go in with the shade Risque and just tap that along. I'm building it up because I don't want it to be like too intense, you know? And this also has like kind of a purpley tint to it. So it'll look cool with this red. Complement it, I mean, rather. And then for lips, unfortunately, I can't wear lipstick for another 2 to 3 days. That really sucks, but you could pair this with like a really pretty nude. You could do a brown lip. You could go for a vampy lip, whatever you want. Like there's so many possibilities you could do. Like if it was up to me, I probably would pair it with a nice nude. Honestly, the color of my lips right now is like pairing really nicely with it. So I'm just adding more of this aftercare stuff to it. I hope you guys enjoy this Valentine's Day makeup tutorial. Please make sure to tag me if you recreate this. I love sharing your guys' work on my page and feed, and I just love seeing it, you know? So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like what you see, please consider subscribing, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!